What's up, guys? This is Astranox. In this Firestone video, I want to share with you my progression. So it's been over 9 months on the Cogwheel server. As you can see here, this is my server. So I used to swap between server and try different strategies. Initially, I played on Elmbrook, and then I moved on to Cogwheel when I got, enough information about the game. And I was trying some stuff on Pyramid of Deception, but really, it was full idle. Elmbrook is full idle. I have not logged on any other server for a long time. I've tried newer servers, and well, the first thing I want to talk about is that as free-to-play, because I'm free-to-play, right? And the first thing you will notice about the game is that when you start, or early on, like the first month, 2 months, but really the first few days to a month is when you're gonna notice that you're struggling big time. In terms of ranking, it's not working out too well for you as free to play, because there's so many packages that other players can just buy, players that spend money, that make them so much more powerful early on. But if you stick to it as a free to play player, you will definitely get stronger over time if you invest in the right things, right? So this server started on the 1st of February 2025. So now it's been 9 months, and 9 months and a week, basically. Yeah, 9 months and a week exactly. So yeah, I've joined the best server, the best guild on my server finally. I was on the waiting list, and I've joined them about a month or a month and a half. I think it's been a month, actually, exactly. So yeah, it's been helping my power tremendously. So a big tip here is that stick with the game as free to play, and over time, as you invest in the right things, you will get very strong. And you don't even need to play actively, which I've done initially. I'm going to share with you my stats. And I was playing a lot. I was staying online a lot early on, like the first few months. And as you can see, my total playtime is, 280 days. That's a lot. So I would say, yeah, I would say that it's total playtime. Something's off though, because I closed the game now. Now I close the game, and if I calculate this, maybe this actually calculates your playtime even when you're offline, because this looks to be like 9 months. Let me check this. So 280 divided by 30. Yeah, that's like 9 months, right? So I thought initially that this was only being calculated when you are actually online with the game running. But yeah, as you can see, this is 9 months and 1 week. And yeah, the progression, what did I reach as free to play? So I'm almost at stage 5,000. So that's pretty nice. And I've unlocked 29 heroes. Now at stage 2,900, you will actually unlock the last hero available in the game, Amun, for free. And after that, well, you just gotta go in the ship, the pirate ship, and then you gotta recruit mercenaries. So I've already recruited Panko, Yavo, Cirillo, Vylon, and Ricky. Now, I started with Cirillo, and Cirillo's nice because he's able to do damage that hits everyone with, with his attack to each enemy. 60% of your damage to each enemy. So he was nice with, yeah, let me go on him. He was actually really solid with Blaze. Now, Blaze attacks everyone with the Dragon Breath, and that lasts for 5 seconds, and it has only a 10 seconds cooldown. So that's pretty insane. If you have enough mana regeneration, And well, the AI that presses on your skill automatically will be using like skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. So the mana consumption, the usage is not optimal. So of course, if you would play actively, if you would be manually like pressing on these spells being activated, and if you somehow, you know, we're running him as leader, which I'm not, that's the thing. My leader position is actually much weaker than my party, because as you can see here, my party, you can see the damage, right? Like my tanks are actually my highest damage dealer. Initially, I made it so, you know, it's always been like mana, the mana heroes that are like the ones that I've been pumping, and the mana heroes are meta, right? They're the ones that deal the most damage. Now the mana tanks is definitely not optimal. So I went from the mana damage dealers, and then I switched to the healers that are mana based, and then finally I got to the mana tanks, but I want to go back to the spell casters, the magic casters, because they're the one that, you know, clear faster, and I really want to scale them, because like having ice barrage and then having the dragon breath, like going and just deleting waves after waves, is really nice and, you know, super efficient and all that. And also, if you're fighting a stage that's like the ones that like AoE your whole team, you know, they're throwing those bombs, like the engineers, the goblins, then even if you have like an ice barrage running, that will be taking them out. So as long as you cast this thing, and then like if Solane goes down, it's fine. Like it's going to be clearing the way, because you cannot tank the damage coming your way. As you clear the stages, like I'm only 3,500 right now, and I'm working toward my max. And every time I reach my max, I'm able to push, you know, a few stages. And lately I've been doing a lot of it's not a prestige, but it's empower. I've been doing it, and I've been getting something like at least 100x multiplier in term of like, you know, I'm getting 100x multiplier for how much more my Firestone, right? So that's very nice. That's very nice progression. I have not kind of like reached my ceiling yet. And as you can see here, I've been saving these like crazy, guys. Like, look at that. Pouch of gold. I have 1,672. These are the best ones, because you can easily pop like the scrolls, which I sell everything. But when you pop the scrolls, all three, you get the damage bonus based on your talents, right? Like, so real quick, if you want to check my build, you can copy that. But this build is for a team that will that is actually scaling best with the non-leader. So as you can see, team bonus, my leader is doing much less damage than my team, because I have the right items for that. I'll show you guys in a moment here. So that's my build so far, and then I got some team bonus that will be happening when I reach 501. Then I'll be able to put the first point in there, right? And wow, this actually will boost the contribution of the Fate Aura. So the fellowship that I'm in, the Blood Demon Cult, I actually joined that one not long ago, maybe because they've reworked the calculation for Battle Cry. You know, my Battle Cry used to be like maybe a few thousand, like 1,000 or something, and that was pretty good for free to play because I'm not spending anything. And then they reworked that thing, and it jumped like to some like 10,000% battle cry, and my fate got boosted as well. And then they've done the calculation again after like 2 months, which was actually a month and a half or maybe 2 ago, and then now I'm above 20,000 battle cry. So that's really sweet. And it feels like it's rewarding people that's, you know, been playing more optimally, I guess. Now, my beef that I have about the game and these recalculation update, they kind of like, you know, sneaky developers, like they changed something that is pretty major. So the silver metal is only 10% effect multiplier for your fate. but the gold is 25%. So as free to play, you can get gold, because I got gold. But the thing is, you gotta like get like you have to complete all the missions perfectly every day to basically get to the gold one. And I remember that there's some wiggle room, like you kind of need to get it. You maybe like 85 to 90% full completion during the event that lasts like, I forgot, don't quote me on that. It's like maybe, is it 2 weeks or like 10 days or something like that? So as free to play, like we all have stuff to do, and my game is not actually running on my phone. I cannot. This is connected to my Steam account. So I don't have a portable version of my game. I mean, yeah, I could have my laptop, but like you go, you do stuff outside, and like you got, everyone has got things to do. And yeah, when you don't have the mobile version of the game, yeah, you get punished pretty hard as free to play, because like you cannot complete these things. And like, look, like 10% versus 25%, that's a major difference. Like 66%, and like people that spend it, like they spend a bit for the package and they can easily get the gold medal. So yeah, that's what happens. Like I could easily be, you know, 10%, 10%, 10%. Yeah, I'd be, you know, quite a bit above 1,500 at the very least. Like, right, maybe 1,700 I would have. So that's quite unfortunate, because the difference really wasn't that much before. And how do I pop that thing? There's something about the medals. It's here. They've updated it. It used to be like they changed the calculation, but they didn't update this page here, I believe, or something like that. But I remember like, what was it before? It was like 3% for silver and 5% for gold. No, it wasn't that much. It was like silver. Anyways, it was like 10% and the other one was like 15% or something like that. It really wasn't such a big difference. Like I remember it really wasn't that big of a deal before. But now that's major. It will definitely accumulate over time. Okay, so enough time on that. So as you can see, you know, I'm taking care of all these things here. This is like my daily things that I do. It's always going. I have 3 hours left. Usually you want to do the short ones first. If you're going to get like, you know, half an hour on your computer, on your device, you know, it depends. You got to go somewhere, activate all the long lasting, the one that take the longest, right? The dragon mission. The one for the chest, right? The 5 hour, 6 hour one. I mean, it's not that after all the reductions, right? There's like 3-4 hours. Start all those. But if you're gonna be able to kind of like go back into the game, you got like half an hour at least, or an hour. Like get rid of these short ones, right? Like you get rid of these, because it's amazing. Like you need plenty of strange dust all the time, and it's gonna allow you to, of course, like they all give, it all comes down to, it's based on how long they take to actually the honor that you gain, and the emblem, of course, all the stuff scales based on how long these things last, and like the rarity of the chest. Like the longer it lasts, you're gonna get a better chest, but higher rarity. So like you can see these, it's only 1 honor. You know, 1 honor, but then these is 2 honor, because like they take kind of like twice as long to do these adventure mission. And then this one, the dragon mission, it's 16 honor. So like, of course, if you're gonna go sleep, you gotta run the like dragon mission if it's there. These dragon blood super important. Or the chest, right? The lightning chest, the purple chest, the legendary chest. Run those like 16 honor, 32 honor, like however much they give you compared to 1 honor. That's a massive thing. Look at that. I'm about to go from king to the next one, which I don't actually know what's gonna happen. Actually, here, no, that's what's happening. You can see that all main attributes, look at that multiplier, it's pretty insane. So I'll be going to rank 13 and not too long, so that's good. And really it's about like, I haven't been playing the game super perfectly, optimally and everything, right? Because there's a lot of map missions that I was not able to do. As you can see, if I go on the leaderboard right now, my rank is 53. And You know, sometime like I play a lot ARPGs. You know, there's a new season. You know, the leaderboards, they restart. Like we all start from scratch, and then I'm gonna like go crazy for like, you know, at least like a week. And then you know, I just jump into the game. Sometime I miss like a 6 hour window, and then I missed out on like all my map missions. So I'm gonna be queuing up the ones that, you know, map mission. You can see here I'm rank 96. I used to be rank like high 20 to around 30 used to be my rank when I was active as free to play. So you can see like, you know, the highest levels with the highest main stage, they are not okay. Yeah, maybe this guy actually completes them using the premium currency, right? He uses gems, right? But gems are very limited for free to play, so I'm not gonna be, you know, using that at all for that. So as you can see, these are the upgrades that I purchased as free to play. Like there's still a lot that I could get, but I went with only these. You know, reduce research time. You know, multiplier for damage, health, armor, which doesn't really matter because it's about gold. I mean, damage is important. I've been scaling damage like crazy. There's different strategies you can go with. You can see gold multiplier like 4x with that. Effect of scroll of speed. I decided to go with that because scroll of speed is a great method to actually get a bunch of gold more from, you know, all these. Like you can see I have so many saved up. And of course the pouch of gold is great because when you pop these three, right, it's making your gold like, I mean, this with the multiplier and everything, you're basically getting like, what is it, 4 times more gold. And when you activate all three, there's another bonus from your talent. You can go back to my talent build that I've shown it earlier in the video. But like usually you pop this and then you're gonna get a bunch of upgrades, and then, you know, you're gonna push the stage, and then you're gonna again, you know, if you still have the scrolls available turned on, which usually is the case, you'll be able to pop another pouch of gold, and then you can again do your upgrades, right? Usually I just sell everything. Now since stage 2900, I've gotten a moon, which is the last free one that you get from stage progression. And then the mercenaries, I really cannot unlock them faster than how I've been unlocking them, because first you need to upgrade, right? You upgrade from uncommon to rare, right? So you gotta spend, actually there's an upgrade before uncommon. It's common, right? Then you boost to uncommon, which costs like 30. Then uncommon to rare is 70. So you're consuming these, and then you cannot go all in on the pirate ship to purchase like those mercenaries. So when I unlock these, like every time I unlock one of these, and before I do so, I'm gonna be saving chests, which you can see I don't have any active. And the mythic chest, I had this one for so long. As you can see, I need 5 billion power, and I'm not anywhere close to that as free to play after over 9 months. So these have been staying here, right? And how I got those was from the progression rewards. It's not something that I lucked out on getting. It's just a strategy for maybe it converted into making some real money for the company, I guess. Like they see that, and they're like, oh man, I really like, I don't know, some people like maybe they really want to open those chests, and like they can't stand having these chests there for some reason, and they can't open it. So it's like, wow, it's possible to get that? Oh my god. Like, oh, I could start opening those. That means like I'm gonna start getting some of these mythic chests when I reach a certain level or something of power. I mean, you're gonna be able to, I guess, upgrade your like what is it, legendary mythic chest to no, these are mythic, but the one before that looks like this one here with the sell button. So yeah, I mean, like there's so much power to gain in this game, but as free to play, like you cannot. You can't be number one. You cannot. That's just the way it is. Over time, you're going to be able to climb the leaderboard because you just like, you stay consistent. You know, you keep getting into a stronger guild. And as you can see here, the guild that I'm in, they actually increased the, we need 125,000 guild coin donated per month, or you get kicked. Like there's no messing around in this guild. But you can see that we're level 375. Like, this guild is probably one of the most powerful across all servers, because we got some giga whale, like next level leviathans, like, I mean, like, just super spending, right? You can see I only have 35,000 so far, but what I do, I've actually donated 10,000. I have this amount saved up. This is my cushion for, like, you know, like if I'm struggling in a month, I don't want to get kicked off of the guild, right? And as free to play, you know, if I cannot, because the game's on Steam, so I can't log in on my phone if I'm not gonna be able to be on my computer. So I cannot be like 100% optimal. So I have these saved up, right, just in case. So I might have to, last month it was like I joined in after like a few days that the month started. I didn't want to like mess it up. It went from 100,000 donation, right, guild coin per month, to, they just increased it to 125. They wanted to increase it to 150,000, but then people like were not, yeah, I guess they voted, and 125 is going to be the number for now. So yeah, that's why I saved those, right? But you can see like these donations, like that's great. Like it's making, you know, our, like, look at our tree, 388. Like, wow. Our crystal, you can check the leaderboard, it's so much more power than what like the other guilds give, right? So here, guild level, I used to be in the herd, right, for a long time. So that was great, and it took me a long time to get into cohort. Yeah, I just joined a month ago, so it took like 8 months, right? But a ton of power. Look at the hero power comparison, the arcane crystal level, spirit level. So my spirit, actually, I was, as free to play, I was rank 4. Like, go figure. I don't know how that happened. I was rank 4 because I lucked out. And that was like a lot of power. You can, here in the tavern, the Scarabs game, that's new feature they added like about, what is it, like 2 months and a half ago, 3 months. But I lucked out and I got the cat goddess triple. What I do is I've been going all in on these instead of personal guild tree, which I should have been doing, but you know, I'm stuck at 45. I need to reach 50 to unlock the last one here. That's gonna be a big one. I forgot what the Azhar gives. It's a it's not a Firestone multiplier. What is it again? I have to look into it. I have to look it up. So this is gold, this is damage, and this is Firestone. Wasn't that gold as well? Yeah, anyways, I'm pretty sure that's a big one. So I need to reach personal tree level 50. But yeah, so I decided to go real big on the Scarabs game, especially since I lucked out. Getting triple of these when you do a 10 roll or a 20 roll happened to me quite a decent amount of times. Now I messed up here and I invested, these are very hard to get, the Soul Ember, and I decided to, for some reason, put that to 2 and put some in there. But then really the struggle, as you can see, I have so many Cobra Key. Like, at 67 of those. Look, if I upgrade, I need 12. I need 2 more, then I can upgrade, right? But there's another thing. It's like you need to reach level 30. Like, and the next one I'm going to have to reach level 40. So you need so many of these Soul Amber. And when you're lower level, it costs 10. And then higher level, it costs more. It was 10 to 12 is nothing. So, like, I should have stick with this one. And as you can see, for my tanks, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Mana tanks are getting 4 damage multipliers. This multiplies this, and then the total multiplies this, the total multiplies this. Insane amount of damage increase when you multiply everything together. So, like, that's why I'm running mana tanks as my biggest damage healers right now. And whatever is going to be the case for you, depending on your luck, you know, you got to stick with whatever is just the best multiplier. You will probably end up being like a mana type of hero, like mana characters. It's going to be either like mana damage healers, mana healers, or mana tanks, right? Because that's the options basically. But like quad multiplier here, and I have other quad multipliers. So yeah, that's why. And then I was like, you know what? Since the feature just got unlocked, I'm getting a lot of multipliers out of everything here. So all these multipliers, brand new multipliers, that's extremely powerful actually. So I decided to go all in for a while, and I think it worked out pretty well for me, because look at all these multipliers. Okay, it doesn't seem like much, but the beast is a pretty crazy one because it's a quadruple one, right? Like I could have gone with like a, even if I went all in on a gold, then like I'm just utilizing the gold. I'm not even utilizing the damage specialization if the tanks are the one dealing the most damage, or my healers. And who cares about survivability in this game, right? And I don't even use rage heroes. It has to be mana regeneration. This one is like only this one and this one I would use. So that's why. And then this one is 1, 2, 3 damage multipliers, 3 different things for the damage specialization. So yeah, this for any mana characters, it will work. Even if it's not tank, I'll have 3 at least. So that is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So that's why I decided to push this one, right? Now, moving on here to the tavern. So the tavern... Oh, wait. I messed up. I want to talk about this. So there's other multipliers out of the Scarab's game. Here, right here. Scarab level 13 right now, but you can see other multipliers. Gold, damage, health, defense, don't care. Firestone gain, very nice. So these are quite important. Next level, you know, it definitely slowed down. Like my damage will not even get doubled here, but yeah, if you put this and this together, it's more than double what I have now, I believe. Yeah, so that's some other multipliers, but I'm gonna stop investing in this, because what you can do is that when you can attack here the Chaos Rift. Now, if you're in a guild that, especially if you're in a guild like mine, that will distribute the reward based on the performance, then in that case, it's worth it to go in here. And even as free to play, I'm pretty sure this is worth it. You get this one for 5,000, you get 10 attacks, right? This is the currency from like all these the expedition token, right? So it's either like the Scarab's game, or you're going to be investing in your personal tree, or you're going to be maybe spending here, right? So that's 10 attacks, 25% free. And what's the most optimal? It might be like you save up and then before the month reset or something. Yeah, and then you're going to be able to increase your ranking. So now I'm Emerald, but if I go in the ranking, that's not here. If I go in the ranking, right, I'm 152 rank in Emerald. What is this? That's not the guild. You know, Tome of Power. Distribution. You can see competition. So Emerald, it's going to be ranked from 1 to 50 in each of these things, right? Oh no, actually Pearl, if you go back down, it's 1 to 200. You can see like the rewards go up. And I'm Emerald, and maybe I finish in Emerald still. But let's say if I finish in Ruby, look at the Tome of Power. 5 to 10. Strange Dust, 400 to 800. Golden Key is not a big deal. But there's also Expedition Token, right? So you get that at the end of the month, on the 1st of the next month, I believe. So what if, like, instead of Emerald, I invested into extra attacks, and then I could reach, like, instead Platinum, or I could reach Diamond. Diamond, that's the last one. I don't think I'll be able to, but who knows? And there's another thing. Maybe you want to attack and not save it until the end of the month, because maybe you want... Because if you get into the league faster, you're going to get some extra multipliers, but these are not crazy, actually, right? They're not crazy. So... Player based on their league, Chaos Rift competition with total damage at the end of the month. Yeah, that's the thing. So to be honest, like, looking at this again, it doesn't seem super worth it. I think my priority is personal tree to level 50 to unlock the last one here in the magic quarter, and then I will try it out. I'll get Azhar unlocked, right? But you know, I would have had him unlocked if I didn't have to progress in the Scarabs game, because it was a new feature, and I was like, you know what, like it's giving me quite a big chunk of power, because those are multipliers on top of everything else. So that's nice. Oracle, level 63, that's Firestone Finder. Like, look at that multiplier. So being consistent and boosting everything is great. And the milestone, like you can see, yeah, you end up getting more chests, and that's big. Like, look at that. Like, every time, even if I don't log often into the game, every 6 hours I try to get at least the solar chest and the serenity chests, right? These are big. Harmony, of course, it'd be great if I have it, but like if I can get at the very least the solar chest, right? Because the range of what you can get is much better. Like, you can end up getting like those, you know, the epic ones. Getting epic is quite nice. So, you know, real quick, I'll go over the, okay, I'll start from the left. These are my upgrades. And of course, like, you want to upgrade, you know, your gold finding. The ring is massive, but everything multiplies each other, even if you're not using the hero. So it's super important to be leveling. Okay, tier 1 is not very important unless you're using them, right? But when you have stuff that, like, even if you don't use the hero, like the wrist, the relic, but most especially the ring, that's the top priority, the ring. But then, like, you're always gonna level the wrist more so than the relic, because it costs twice as less than the relic to level, right? And the tier 1, you will only level like the weapon mostly. You can unlock some achievement bonus and stuff for getting even more stat upgrades and more damage, health, and defense, which doesn't really matter. It's all about damage. But like, yeah, leveling them a bit to, especially to unlock like the legendary if you have it available. You know, like there's stuff I can unlock a lot of like legendary and mythic, but I don't do them because I've been spending on what's most like optimal. So that's my upgrades, right? So as you can see, the star that I have, you know, I'm like in the blue stars now, but you can see a lot of my heroes are still on common rarity, and at this point I should be rare on everything basically. But the thing is, my strategy was not to push for the war machines, it was actually to push for my personal tree, because yes, those things from expedition, that currency, you can invest either in like the war machines, or you're going to be investing into your personal tree, or now the Scarabs game, or the Chaos Rift, or a bit everywhere. But I would say focus on one mostly. So, you know, you don't want to put, you know, that stuff distributed all over the place. You basically want to invest heavily into the one that you want to push the most. That's going to be more optimal. So yeah, as you can see, like there's a lot of room for improvement in terms of like going from uncommon to rare. That's going to be a lot of damage increase. You can see these multipliers. You know, this is 200. I'm going from that to that, right? So that's going to be a 7x multiplier, right? And then the gold will be a 7x multiplier as well. And that's of course on top of everything else. Whoa. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so I was showing these. So I've been consistent with like doing my upgrades kind of like evenly. Same with the soul stone. You know, the gold one is going to be top priority, and then, you know, the one for Firestone, increasing the Firestones you find. So kind of like level them evenly, right? If you can, because uncommon caps at level 4. So you need to unlock the rare version. Hence why it's very important for you to push the Oracle, so you can actually get more of those chests, the higher rarity one. Another Terror. Oh my god, the Oracle, I mean. So it's important to get those solar chests, because, you know, you don't want to be stuck with majority being Harmony, the Comet's chest, because like you're gonna get low rarity stuff, and you get a lot more currency, right, to work on your fate. And it's important because you can get into a stronger fellowship if you have, you know, a higher fate and battle cry. So all that stuff work together, right? It's important. It's important, but you don't have to spend like hours on end every day on the game, which is really great. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make some more videos to like break down different features of the game and try to make like shorter videos to explain different parts of the game that, like, you know, how to be optimal in each part. But I've already made like 5 video for Firestone, which covers pretty much everything. And today in this one I talked about my progression, and I've talked about the new feature, the Scarabs game, and you know, the kind of like end game things, like the pushing the Oracle has been very important to get a lot of power. The tavern, that's where I spend my gem now. I don't unlock like, yeah, I could get unlock more permanent bonuses that have a chance to give me some more reward and stuff, but I've been spending the gem to get the game token X20 because you get 20% free instead of getting that 1,000 gem pass every month, which are temporary boosts, which are not permanent. You gotta do that every month, and that's like 1,000 of these gem, right? Is it? That's gonna be gone. So the battle pass free, like if I turn this on, like for me the rewards are not worth it, right? They're not worth it. First you need to reach the end, like 2 solar chests, like 7 attack, like you can add up everything together. Okay, now we do get tokens, Pharaoh's okay, because these were not in the past before. I mean, I need to kind of reevaluate the whole thing here. Maybe it's worth it now if you can guarantee the legendary chest. I call that the lightning chest for some reason. Yeah, so these will be temporary. You gotta get it the month after again. They're not major boosts too, right? You can get boosts that are permanent in the tavern when you roll there, and then you can get like artifact, you can get like golden keys, you can get a lot of stuff. So these 11 Pharaoh's token, isn't that like 11 roll? But you might just get nothing in the end. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Cobra key is not a big deal. You need that blue currency much more. So you can see 22 days left, and I'm 17 right now, right? So it seems to be it levels evenly. So yeah, it's not a prime for me to finish this thing. So yeah, progression has been great. All right, you can see, I'll show the stats here. That's the stats, how it's been. You know, like I'm not running any like clicking build. It's just auto. It's just auto. It's idle basically. My build, I just close the game, and it progresses in the background, right? Scroll used. I have not been using much scrolls because I'm getting like at least 100x multiplier on, you know, my the Firestone when I push. I reach my max, push a few stages. I don't even stay and farm for a while onto my best gold farming stage. I can just, and I don't even have to pop a scroll and start popping some of these. So like you could say, what about if you just sold everything? I've been contemplating to sell all my barrel of gold, maybe even the crate of gold, and push the exotic upgrades here. Because, you know, I just come here, I sell this, I sell these here, but I keep these, right? Like if I sell all my barrel of gold, all my crate of gold, I could do that, and then like I could push this into the next tree, right? So if I don't get a damage increase from these, I will keep them last to get rid of them to reach 3-4. So skipping stage is going to be more valuable for me, right? This, you just buy the best that you can whenever you can, right? And the alchemists, I've been doing the first one all the time. These have been getting depleted, the dragon blood. I had like, my highest was like, I had 9,000 saved up. I always do the mission when it shows up. That thing that you open, and you get a lot of these every day. You can get some of the alchemy chest, what it's called. Yeah, I don't do these. The strange dust, I've been investing into the magic quarter, you know, mostly for gold, raining gold here. So that's been quite nice. You can see the multiplier on this thing, but everything works together, right? Now I definitely need to get Azhar unlocked. That's going to be a major upgrade. And the library, that's where I'm at, 3.5. Now, of course, I'm working on the damage that works universally for anything that I'm using and the raining gold. After that's done, I'm gonna move on to like this boosted damage, health and defense. Yeah, the health and armor, like, okay, it works when you like build up to your maximum stage. There's gonna be a point where you're able to tank everything, but then like, I don't know, like 1,000 or 500 stage before your max, you're gonna start to get one shot or something like that. It's all about offense in this game. Then I'm gonna upgrade some like the Firestone effect. I don't know, I have not been getting so much success out of that. I've been getting upgrades and it really doesn't affect the amount of Firestone that I get. These are like very minimal. So what I'm gonna focus on is mana heroes after, and then I work downward. Sorry, I get this, and then I would work on mana heroes, and then I would go into what I'm really specialized, and it's tank specialization right now. It could be healer for you. It could be damage specialization for you, right? Maybe you're not running mana heroes. Maybe you're running like energy or rage. It depends on your luck, right? So then and finally I would finish with like health, armor, right? Because it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Or I could actually boost these, and then since I don't run range attack heroes or like melee, then I would power those last, and I would even boost these before. But that you need to make sure that you're not gonna be swapping your team to a different style if you're gonna do that. Never sped up anything here. Meteorite 3.5. So yeah, survivability is last, as you can see. That's the way it is. And I want to talk about the tavern, and I'm gonna end the video quick. I mean pretty soon. So here, luck level 16. You can see these are multipliers, and as you can see, next level. Look at that. That's nice. What is it? I'm tripling my raining gold. And there's also the chance to get miners. I didn't know it was. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, you're getting more of damage, health, and armor as well. Now, it's not counting the ancient artifact and the sacred cards. That's why I invest here. Look at this. Look at this thing. Primordial is the highest rarity. Look at that. Okay, that's why I switched to tank, guys. This is ridiculous. This thing, I'm using 100% of this artifact. This ancient artifact is busted for me. I'm using this. I'm using this. I'm using their tanks. They're mana tanks, right? And I'm scaling based on team bonus because that's what allowed me to change to scaling team bonus and not the leadership, because I have this artifact. Look at this, the multiplier on this thing. So what I do is I go here and I just upgrade. Like, look, I've been missing out on some upgrades. Wait a second. Require ancient artifact rarity angel. Wait, what happened here? Oh, sorry. I have that, of course. I've reached angel. I thought, for some reason, I thought I still had enough of these, but I don't. You see? So maybe I should be upgrading on something else, but this is my best one, and I'm using everything on this thing, right? So I don't know why I wouldn't put my upgrade on this one, right? And I've reached the max rarity. Now I'm going to be working on another one here. Look at this. This is another 5x, guys. I'm using everything on this one, and I have mana regeneration. This thing is perfect. This thing even work on the leadership hero. It is not focused on the tank. Crazy. So yeah, I could start upgrading this one. I mean, I could just upgrade this one as well. Like, that thing is crazy. And then the rarity, I'll put in my keys on this one. So that's that. Now people might go with the raining gold, but then they might not be optimal on the other stuff. Like, they might not be using like half of the like, maybe all they use is really the raining gold. Okay, they might get at least one or two that are usable, hopefully, but I feel like it kind of like goes to waste. Same with the Firestone. The top players, a lot of them are just focusing on the raining gold like crazy, and the Firestone effect. They kind of like boosting that evenly. But when you get something that like makes every line on this thing is usable, and everything multiplies each other, so I'm like, why not? Maybe that's why I've been doing so good as free to play. and I haven't been active that much, especially after 4 months into my progression. Now we're 9 months and 1 week in on this on the Cogwheel server as free to play. Look at these multipliers. So of course, if you can get the multiplier for the heroes that are your characters that you have in your core team, that's going to be massive, right? And then Guardian, like everything is multiplied. That's crazy. It's multipliers on top of multipliers. My War Machine, I don't care really. It's whatever. The reward is not even that good. The advantage of the War Machine is you're going to be able to do this. You're going to get a lot of chests, which will in turn allow you to push into higher hero rarity. That's the big advantage. If you go check the majority of the players, they don't run my strategy. They go for War Machines, and then they will have rare on every hero at the very least. I will show you right now. So okay, you saw my account, right? Like quickly, you can see it here. Look, you see my heroes, right? Oh, and some of the other heroes that you can unlock is from the Chaos Rift, but that's a pretty major time investment and resources investment. So yeah, you can see like there's still half that are like uncommon, right? Okay, now leaderboard. I mean, okay, okay, of course, but like let's go to 50. Let's work our way from down there. Look, mostly rares, all rare at least. Like they have everything unlocked too. You see that? Okay, I guess this guy is not crazy on the War Machine. War Machine. I'm not sure what's going on here. I gotta analyze players. Maybe he's doing like what I'm doing, right? He has not went crazy on the War Machines. Look at that. You see? That's it. What? Huh? Wait, what happened here? Is this guy legit? I guess the War Machine is high. The artifact. Wait, how he doesn't have levels on his artifact? Go. Okay, he's like a newer player, but he said it's free to play. Okay, I'm confused. He's not even in a guild. He quit? He quit, I think. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. So you can see, right? Rare, like most are rare. So yeah, people go with different strategies. And mine was not to push the War Machine. It was to push my personal tree. And now, yeah, the Scarabs game has been interesting. Many multipliers. Everything multiply each other. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want me to focus on my next video, like what you want me to talk about the most, right? Maybe a few talking points, or maybe like a video super focused on one thing. But you can see like I could get a lot of currencies for an insane amount of exotic upgrades if I sold these. I feel comfortable with keeping at least the pouch because that's the greatest one to scale and get up quick, like a quick one of these here, empower in. Like you reach your max stage, push a bit, and then boom, pop your scrolls, push a bit, do more upgrades, and then boom, you pop like a pouch and do some upgrade and finish. Do the upgrades up until the scrolls are like the duration's off, and then empower. You're gonna have a nice multiplier on the gold earnings. It's gonna be great. And as you can see, I've been saving these, guys. I don't even use these. Look at that. Temple's token, which is double reward. I've been saving these because I was waiting to join the best guild on the server before I start to even spend these. Now, like I said, I'm still getting 100x to 1000x multiplier every time I do my prestige, in the Temple of Eternals, my empower. So there's no reason for me to go crazy on those yet. I gotta hit my ceiling, and I feel like to hit my ceiling, I need to unlock these 4 and gear them out. And there's still room for improvement. I need to get here. As hard needs to be unlocked, right? and then look at my equipment. My heroes need to be increased to at least rare on everyone. And then I still need the soul stone to reach rare or hopefully epic on more, you know, for the gold and for the Firestone gain. This is not as important, but everything helps each other. Everything multipliers, everything is on, even if you're not using the hero in your team, right? In your party right now. So yeah, that's why I'm saving. I feel like I will hit sort of like that progression ceiling, which stage 2900 after getting the last free hero was one of those ceilings, right? But since I was able to join the best guild on the server, which is quite far in terms of like high level, even compared to a lot of the older servers, because we got some giga whales in our guild. So yeah, I feel like I'm more optimal if I do it like this. So you guys let me know what you guys think about that, as well as my gem spending going toward the tavern. Long-term progression, it's been great, you know, like I feel like I can't go wrong long-term with this type of strategy compared to like battle pass with like rewards that are not super worth it. But yes, I could most definitely where's that thing? You know, like I'm a bit shop here. I don't even go there, but there's upgrades that I can still get. These are no-nos. No dragon blood. That could be one way to spend, but because you need to get those dragon blood upgrade in the alchemy guy, you need these going on. The alchemist, that needs to be going here. Okay, I didn't show this for my progression. Oh, I've reached the new one. Wait, when that happened? Guys, that just happened like a day ago. Look at that. Wow. I've completed trait 2. These are like big multipliers, guys. Like everything multiplies each other, right? You can pause if I go too quick. You're wondering like what's up, and you're wondering what's these next. So that's what it is. The third one, right? So it's big. It's definitely big. So this needs to be running. I want to do exotic upgrade. Strange Dust is still too important. Even if I unlock every single hero, not every hero, but I mean, I've unlocked the soulstone part for all the hero that I have unlocked. I still consider this very important because you can focus, you can target what you want. Nice. Right? You target and get more gold, more damage, more whatever you want, more Firestone. Versus this is a shot in the dark. The experiment. You don't know where it's going to land, right? There's definitely some good stuff, but like I would say the most important is probably like a third of what's available here. Is that even a third? Like gold, Firestone. This is Firestone effect. It's not even Firestone gain. It's not even close to how good. Like that thing, I don't even know if it's really helpful. Damage, yeah. Tank, yeah, for me. Anyways, this as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. You guys let us know what you guys think about the strategy I've been employing. Let us know about your strategy. How's your progress, you know, as free to play, as a spending customer, how it's been, what server you're playing on. But yeah, early on, it's rough, right? After a month to like 3 months as free to play, you're going to start to really climb because the packages are not so enticing for, you know, spending customers. And you have to be consistent, you know, log in at least like 3 times a day in 6-hour windows to do these at least, and run your expedition, like at least queue the most rewarding one at least every 6 hour. Hopefully every 6 hour you can log in like 2 to 3 times at least, but you don't have to keep the game running, just close it, right? It's gonna progress as you get further into the game. All these awakening and at the Temple of Eternals takes longer. It takes longer. Don't use these things here. What is it? Don't use the items here to like have the totem attacking for you, the lightning totem and stuff. It's not worth it. Like as free to play, just sell everything for exotic upgrade. But maybe you want to run my strategy of keeping those, but the most important would be the first 2. You could sell the 3rd and 4th one for exotic upgrades. That's what I'm considering. So I'll decide in the coming like months. But I feel like since I went with this strategy, I should keep it because I have like weeks of gold worth if I pop these. And popping them with the scroll up, all three, at the right moment, at your max stage, most optimal stage, and keep pushing further, further, further. Maybe popping item like, you know, the totem and stuff at that point. That would be the most optimal when you reach your ceiling. But I'm not there yet. Even with being in the best guild. Even most hero unlocked, I need to get those mercenaries unlocked. You can see my heroes, 29 out of 36. Plus, I need the Chaos Rift heroes unlocked. So, I'm going to wait to pop them. Because right now, if I need to pop something, because I need a quick upgrade because I'm going to go sleep, I might pop like a lightning totem. I've done this extremely rarely. But if I'm close to like do an empower before sleep, I'll do it. I'll pop these with the scroll, 3 scrolls running, right? And just get some upgrade and get a multiplier of like 100x or something or more, or maybe even 50x only, as long as I get into my next one. Then you do it, you empower. Of course, you empower, and then like the most important is going to be the first one. You just dump, you max this, wait a bit, max it, wait a bit, max it, and then do all your heroes, and that's it. Just go to sleep, and when you wake up, like, you know, you'll be in the thousands of stage. But as you get further into the game, it takes longer for you to reach your max stage, so the game is much more chill. So like I said, you're gonna have to be much more active in the first month, right? Especially the first few weeks is gonna be pretty you're gonna have to be pretty active as free to play. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with yeah, do. Peace out for now.